All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off with saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. This all praises to who the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem in the name of Yahweh Shai, be the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the whole elect, preaching, swearing in truth and sincerity. On the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And I'm going to title this one, I think I'll go somewhere along the lines of, you change your glory for that which did not profit. And when you see this video, this woman's complaining about how they cut her food stamps down from $7.38 to $85. And at the same point, not in one of these women's heads that are losing these benefits, they're especially the Negro woman, man. You're losing this government assistance. They're getting this and that taken away. Do they have a mindset of, I need to get a man? Their mindset is of complain to Esau, complain to the internet, but never come to the realization that, this wouldn't be so bad if I just had a man. Because a lot of the stuff that women do that put them in bad positions, because they've been able to sit here and have the cream of the crop of the jobs, everything. They've gotten through life pretty easy because the serpent. The main thing that they're missing is fucking guidance. And now that Big Daddy Esau is taking away those benefits, like the scriptures say, the gathering shall not come. They shall limit for the teats. Now that he's taking away those benefits, now they're faced with it. And instead of going to the man and trying to amend that relationship, not to say that they can, because a lot of them have just shat on the so-called Negro man and all the men of the tribes, really. Instead of them figuring out that, they run to the internet to complain, to get help from random people because they think they're going to set up a GoFundMe and get some assistance. And the main ones that assisted you women were other women, but if all women are catching it, y'all going to the wrong fucking group of people.
I'm fucking pissed the fuck off. They cut my motherfucking food stamps to $85 fucking dollars from $738. How the fuck that's supposed to support a household of three? For a job that barely even support my basic needs now. Like, inflation is high in the bitch, groceries is high as shit. Oh, I'm pissed the fuck off. Like, I'm mad as shit because how the fuck am I supposed to survive off that shit? So when y'all see me in the motherfucking store stealing stuff and that shit in my motherfucking bag, nicely act like you don't see shit and mind your motherfucking business because this shit is going in my motherfucking bag and I'm walking out this motherfucking store with my motherfucking chest up and my head held high and I dare you to try to tell me, hey ma'am, excuse me, because I'm gonna look at you like you fucking retarded if they go talk to trouble.
She said she's going to walk out the store with her head high. Man, you can't afford the groceries, so you steal. You stealing, and you saying you're going to walk out the store with your head held high. You're in a position to where all they had to do was take away $700 in a month or $6 something in a month from you. And that alone made it to where you had to go and steal to eat. And yet you gonna walk around with your head held high. You see, there's no changing in their doings. And this time, a lot of women are gonna get humbled. And it's already starting. You got women going online, sitting there saying, I'll do this and I'll do that. They're sitting there willing to share their men with other women now. They're sitting there coming online, sitting there saying, basically putting in boyfriend applications online. I'll shut up. I'll do this. I'll do that. Good game. So they're already getting it. They're already feeling the hurt. And it was always something that me and bros always wanted to wonder, like, what's going to have to happen for these women to hurt like this? And it's slowly creeping up on them, man. This is Jeremiah 2:11. It says, hath the nation changed their gods which are yet no gods, right? And this is, you can take this as for Israelite men in general, right? But who is the God of the woman? Who is the power of the woman? Her husband, right? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. And you women have shuffled out your glory. And your glory was what? The fact that you had an education in this world. The fact that you had an education in this world. The fact that you were able to sit here and live good in this world. That you got certain benefits, that you had jobs. And now the same thing that happened to the Israelite male in the 80s, the 70s and the 80s, when the Israelite man couldn't get a job for shit because they were literally pushing them out of the job market. Now it's happening to the Israelite woman. And they're looking for sympathy. I remember when I was a kid, all the TV shows was black women shitting on the Israelite man because he didn't have a good paying job. He could have a job, he had to work the bullshit stuff that didn't pay much while she made the bulk of the money. And then they would make fun of him. Or they know that it's hard to fucking get a job. They see the dude go out there and try to get a job, and they would make fun of him. And I remember watching that as a fucking kid. It says, but my people have changed their glory for that which had not profit. There's no profit in you sitting there bowing down to Esau in these last days. It's not working out for you. Be astonished, O ye heavens. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this. Be horribly afraid. Be very desolate, say Yahweh. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountains of living water, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. And Jake did this by following idols, and you women have done this by following Esau and going against your man. That was never supposed to be a thing that was supposed to be done. It's an evil thing, man. Now, I want to get this real quick just to build on that, to prove that, the man is basically the God of the woman. Right? Because the man serves the Most High. Right? The man serves Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And the woman serves the man. Now, this is 1 Peter 3. And I'll start at 5. It says, For after this manner, in old times, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High. So holy women who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husband. Now these women are out here, no husbands. If all it took was $600 for you to sit here and go to stealing, couldn't you just add a man in the house that was willing to hustle and just work with you? And then you wouldn't even have to worry about stealing. But no, that's not in their minds. They want to live their way, whatever fucked up that way it is, and just keep it pushing. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. See? Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. Whose daughter ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. You see? The God of the woman was the man always. But our women have changed that out, and they picked Esau to be their God, their lover. Let me get this, man. This is Hosea 2. Yeah, I'm gonna start at Hosea 2:1. It says, "Say ye unto your brethren, me, and to your sister Rehummah, It says, plead with your mother, plead. For she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breast. Lest I strip her naked, and set her as in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And I will have mercy upon her children, for they be children of whoredoms. For their mother have played the harlot; she that conceived them had done shamefully. You women have been doing shamefully. Shit on your man, go out there, be wild, twerk in the middle of everything, twerk on rooftops on the fucking freeway in the streets. You women have been out there just fucking wilding out without any leadership. For she said, I will go after my lovers. And this is how the woman has been. Esau wanted to provide her something. She going to listen to him. That give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, mine oil and my drink. Since Esau was paying the tab, they did everything he said to the fucking T. Right? Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall, and she shall not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. Right? And on a grand scheme, this is dealing with the Israelite man, right? The nation as a whole, basically. Right? But like the scriptures say, the manifold wisdom of the Most High. There's sometimes there's breakdowns within breakdowns, man. So another fold to look at this is how this scripture is actually tied to the women as well. And it says, verse 7, and she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. She shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now. And that's what you're about to see. There's going to be an influx of women trying to sit here and play the humble role, because life is going to start humbling them. This is why the scriptures talk about Isaiah 4:1. Right? Let me get that real quick, man. Isaiah 4:1. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach. Meaning what? 7 is just a number of completion. There's going to be a day, which is on the horizon soon, where a bunch of women, it depends on however many women the Lord has hooked up for every man. They're going to sit here and look to men and in groups to try to just be taken on by that man so they have some type of protection. That's in the scriptures, man. That's an old way of living, and it's coming back. It is coming back, man. As time goes by and those dainties ain't there no more, it's going to seep in even further, man. Because that she that lived in pleasure, right? First Timothy 5:6, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And that's what you're seeing. A lot of women have lived in pleasure, and it was a dead existence. You thought you had a life. The scriptures say he that liveth a life that depended on another man's table is not a life, man. For you pollute yourself with their meat, and that's what's happened. The humbling is here, man. The humbling is definitely here. Shalom, my dude.